Hi everybody, and welcome back to the second video in the 2025 series of what I got my family for Christmas. This one is going to be a really good one. It's going to give you a lot of gift ideas because this is for my nieces and nephews, and I have 8 nieces and nephews ranging in age from 0 all the way up to 27, I believe. So I try to get each one of them one useful and one fun thing every year. But my budget is pretty low on them. Like I don't, especially this year, I've not spent a lot. I did a great job last year after Christmas and especially on New Year's Day. If you watched that haul that I did, it's like the only shopping haul I've ever done. So if you go back, if you want to hit like and subscribe, you'll see more of this content. And it'll be easier for you to find my channel and go back and you can look at my previous, my previous gift guides, but also you can go back and see that shopping haul that I did. And I will have prices that I probably don't remember. I have them in my phone, but I don't have them necessarily to tell you in this video. If I remember them, I will tell you. But anyway, yeah, I did great. I usually go shopping the day after Christmas, but just for good deals on gift sets and things, but I did better on New Year's Day last year. I was surprised at how much was left, but anyway, a lot of this came from that, so I was able to keep the budget down a little bit this year. But anyway, jumping right in, I will start with Walker, and he'll be almost 6 months at Christmas time. Now, Walker is getting the only homemade gift I'm giving this year. And that is because, and it's not finished yet, so I'm gonna have to show you a work in progress here. But that's because I make all of my nieces and nephews a blanket when they are born. And I did not get his done in time for a baby shower, so I had to buy a different baby shower gift. So I decided to keep working on it and I'll give it to him for Christmas. But this is it. His mom picked out the yarn color. It's just like browns and greens, and I'm doing like a ripple pattern, but I don't have to switch colors, so that's kind of nice. Since it's variegated, I can still do the ripple pattern, and it still looks really nice with this yarn. So it's kind of sentimental to me because this pattern style is what my grandma made my baby blanket with. So it was similar colors. It was green, yellow, and white because back then no one found out what they were having beforehand, so she had made me a green, yellow, and white one. So this very likely could be my last niece or nephew until I get great nieces and nephews. So I thought it was kind of fitting to go back to, I was the oldest grandchild, so to go back to that pattern that grandma had made she had made my blanket. So anyway, that's Walker's useful item. And for a fun item, his big sister really loves books. He's not really there yet, but I figure they can both benefit from these. I got him this one first, and I found this at Ollie's, and I'm sure you know Ollie's has great deals on books. I've even found this book. They also had the same book at Menards this year. It did cost more at Menards than what I paid for it at Ollie's. So if you have both in your area, I love Menards for gifts. They have lots of unique, inexpensive gifts that, are very open-ended play and, just educational that are a fraction of the price. A lot of times it's the same type of thing you would get somewhere else, but for just a fraction of the cost. So I love shopping at Menards, but in this case, Ollie's had the better deal. So I got this Peekaboo, Lift-A-Flap, Peek-A-Flap is what it's called. John Deere dirt book. So it has all these pictures. I won't go through the whole book, but where you have the flaps, you can. And I know when my daughter was little, she loved Lift-A-Flap books. She's 25, but she was my first experience, even though I'd been around kids my whole life, my first experience using Lift-A-Flap books with kids, and she loved them. So I'm hoping he will too. And the next one, I'm kind of torn. I know one I want to give Scarlet for sure. These other two, I'm just not sure. I think I'm going to go with this one. It was a Barnes & Noble exclusive. I am a Barnes & Noble member, so I do get a little bit of a discount, but these were not hugely discounted. It's $9.99 normally at Barnes & Noble, and I got my member discount on that. So, but anyway, this one is The Pigeon Won't Count to 10 by Mo Willems, and we love these pigeon books. I'm sure if you have kids or been around little kids, they love I mean, everybody loves the pigeon books. They're so funny. But it's just really adorable because the pigeon, he is not going to count to 10, but then he gives 10 reasons why he won't count to 10. So I thought that's cute and kind of funny. So as an adult reading books to little kids, I like to find some that are at least a little bit entertaining to me, and I thought that was kind of funny. So so those will most likely be the books Walker is getting with his blanket. Moving on up, his big sister Scarlet will be 2 shortly after Christmas, and she is getting ready to start potty training. If you hear something, my cat is behind me. He likes to hide in the tree collar back here, which is wonderful. Sidebarring here, I know, but the tree collar has been a lifesaver for keeping him from climbing the Christmas tree because he had climbed it so many times. Branches are bent. As soon as we put a tree collar on, which I think the first year we had that was last year, he doesn't climb the tree anymore. He just hides inside it. So it's like his little secret bunker in there. And he likes to steal the ornaments, but now he tries to take them from inside the tree. The other day, though, he did something he has never done before, and he unplugged the lights from the wall, you know, just like on Christmas Vacation, and he strung the lights across the living room. So the whole tree turned, pulled some ornaments off. It was a big disaster. My husband has fixed it. It's not how I would have, but anyway, it's back together. So every year I think, oh, I'm going to decorate my tree myself and have a nicely decorated backdrop for my videos, and I had one. I think the tree looked nice in my last video, and then Elon unstrung the lights, and yeah. So anyway, just ignore my tree. So moving on to Scarlet, she's almost 2. Her useful item, this was one of my New Year's Day finds last year at Hobby Lobby, but it's just a little CC beanie, and I know that they have them. I know her and her sister have pink ones. At least they did last year, but this one's so cute. It's got the little 2 pom-poms instead of 1, which I think is adorable. I thought that would give her another color. She does go to daycare every day, so she does get out in the cold, and I know from experience kids lose hats. So anyway, this is a nice little extra beanie for them to have, and I think I would have to go back again, and I have it in my phone, in my Santa app, but I also, if you want to know how much it costs, you could go back to my New Year's Day shopping haul from last year, my 2025 New Year's Day shopping haul, and see how much I paid for this. I think it was like $2 or $3. And then her books, this one, like I said, she's getting ready to start potty training. So I got her, and I went to Barnes & Noble. This is why I went to Barnes & Noble, because I know that a lot of times their books are going to be more expensive than what you would pay at like thrift books or even just on Amazon. And a lot of times I find great books at resale shops. That is one thing I always check at resale shops. I get books for my classroom there, books for myself there. I've gotten books for my daughter secondhand. So I don't have a problem with that, but I did want to get her a potty training book, and Barnes & Noble had lots of options. So I settled on this one, and it's called Where Do You Poop by Agnes Baruzzi. And it's like, again, like with the lift-a-flap type thing, it has like little pull tabs. So dog poops here. Anyway, it goes through how like cats poop in litter boxes, and, you know, hippos spin their tail, you know, to poop, and dogs poop outside. The mouse poops in his little wood chips, mouse or gerbil or hamster or whatever. Anyway, the fish, there's a little fishy, poops in the water. And then at the very end, it has this, you know, a little kid sitting on the potty. So I thought that's a cute, like, fun way to kind of introduce it, maybe make her want to poop. Hopefully it makes her want to poop like the little boy and not like one of the animals, but we'll see. So anyway, her other one, her dad's kind of a Jeep guy. He's had a Jeep or two here and there. I do think he currently has one. I don't know. I can't keep track. But anyway, we had this book when I used to work at a different school when I worked with younger kids, and they loved it. It's a very good rhyming book. Rhyming is important when, you know, for early readers. And this one is Sheep in a Jeep. So I think since she is older than Walker, I'm going to go with this one for her. But then again, she also needs to start learning how to count. So I don't know. I really think I'm going to keep Sheep in a Jeep for her, but we'll see. I might change my mind later. Okay, so yeah, drop me a comment if you have a recommendation. If the 2-year-old should get this one or the pigeon book, and which one I should give the baby. So moving on. The next one up is another niece, Brena, and she is 6. Yeah, she's in 1st grade. Now, Brena's gift, I had this item picked out for my nephew that's just a year older than her. I've had it. He's actually been interested in this for a couple of years now, since he was about 5. And I even mentioned it to his parents a couple of years, and they didn't get him one. But I would always think about it like after I had already purchased his Christmas gift. So this time I didn't, though. This time I remembered, and I thought, I'm gonna get him one. Well, it just so happened that his cousin Brena was here. We had a little fall party. My daughter got engaged, and I had everybody over for a fall party because I knew it was happening. She did not, and that way they could kind of come back here and announce it to everybody all at once. Well, my 7-year-old niece brought her camera for the occasion, for the fall party, and she had just a little kid's camera. It was like purple or pink or something, and she was taking pictures, and the camera quit working. And so when I went online and I looked up, I'd actually looked up reviews for these before for my nephew, but a lot of those little kid cameras just don't have great reviews, and they all kind of have the same complaints, which is what happened to hers. So I decided to get them just an inexpensive, like regular adult camera. These are great for kids, but one of the reviews that I read when I was looking at these on Amazon, someone said that their 5-year-old had used this at Disney World and dropped it multiple times and it still worked. So, which I realize a 5-year-old is close to the ground and everything, and I'm not sure what surfaces the 5-year-old dropped it on. However, so I wouldn't want to test the theory, but it still kind of made me feel better about purchasing this particular one. And like I said, I did get it on Amazon, but it's just this little pocket camera. It comes in lots of different colors, black, purple, white, pink, green, or blue. I got this pretty blue one for Landry, the 7-year-old. And then I got this beautiful, it's supposed to be the purple one. It looks a little pinkish, so it's not a super purple, but I guess the pink one is even more pink than this. And then actually on camera, it looks very lavender. In person, it looks more pink. But anyway, this is the one for Brena. And what's funny, so I thought when hers broke, I'm like, you know what? Easy. I'm just going to get 2 of the same thing, you know, just in their own colors. And when she gave my mom, her grandma, when she gave her Christmas list, number 1 on the Christmas list was a camera. Oh, and these do video, which is what I wanted for my nephew. Brena was more interested in taking still shots, which is fine. I'm sure she will use it for both. But anyway, that is for Brena, for her fun item. For her useful item, I thought I got this. This was another thing that I bought last year on New Year's at Target, I believe. These had been $10. They were marked down to $1. And I did check the dates to make sure that this would still be, I mean, I kind of looked up online, and yeah, it says right here, it expires July 2nd of 26. So it still has, you know, like 7 months to go on it, but it is a color changing toothbrush set. So It comes with 4 toothbrushes, which I figured she could share with her siblings, and color changing toothpaste. So the toothpaste starts out one color. It starts out blue, and as you brush, it turns pink. So when it turns pink, you've brushed long enough and you can stop. So, and then the toothbrushes are also color changing. The bristles change from green to yellow when it's time to replace. So maybe she'll want to use them all for herself, and then as the bristles turn yellow, she can get a new one, because I'm sure the toothbrushes will last longer. I'm sure the expiration date is probably more for the toothpaste than the brushes. So, but anyway, I thought she would think that's fun. It kind of makes something that you have to do a little more fun, and it'll save her parents some money on toothbrushes and toothpaste. So that is for Brena. Now Landry, again, I showed you his camera. It's the blue one that I already showed you. He loves to take videos. That's what he will be using his camera for. He loves to take my phone and make his own YouTube videos. Again, like and subscribe. You'll see him on my channel. I do have permission from his parents, by the way. But yes, he loves to help me with these, and he was really wanting me to get this one done and these things wrapped so he can help me with my next one. So he has no idea. He's going to be so excited when he gets his own camera, because I find his little YouTube videos on my phone all the time, and they don't ever, the ones he makes, they don't ever get uploaded to YouTube, but they are so funny to go back and listen. You can pretty much tell like what YouTubers he's been watching by his YouTube style. But anyway, for him, he is 7, but he does have an older brother who is in high school and an older sister that's in junior high. And so sometimes, you know, he's still a kid, and he likes kid things, but he's starting to want to be like the big boys. And also he just absolutely loves my daughter's fiance. And he says they're, you know, he's a buddy of his. And anyway, so he likes to be a little more grown up. So I got him this Bath and Body set that has a body wash, a body cream, and then just a hand sanitizer. And I got the Ocean and I bought this last year too. This was, I'm not sure, I don't think I bought this one on New Year's though. I think I bought this before. But anyway, I just kept it back in my gift stash because I know it's still going to be good, because I still have Bath and Body from 2 or 3 years ago that I'm still using up. So anyway, I think he'll like that. And the Ocean, I feel like, is like a milder, clean scent, so it's not overpowering. It's not going to be too grown up. So anyway, I think that'll make him feel like big stuff to get something more like that. So the next kid up in the line will be Landry's older sister, Rue. Now, my husband helped me pick this out, and this is the one thing that I got on Prime Days over the summer, besides a couple stocking stuffers. And I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it for me or if I'm going to put it in my classroom, but I finally decided to give it to her because she's just in that window of, you know, she's growing up, she's 12, just in that tween phase, but I think she will still really like this. My husband had one, and she found it. He had one when he was a kid, and she found it in our back room, and it doesn't work anymore. It needs like a light or something replaced. And of course, my husband was, I mean, he's in his 50s, so replacing a part on it now is like impossible. So I bought her own microscope set. And I think, I mean, I know I didn't learn how to use a microscope until I was her age, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I can still remember things that I looked at, or, you know, that we would look at under the microscope. So this, oh shoot, I opened it upside down. Oh, I guess I wouldn't have even had to open it. Here, let me close it back up before I break something. Maybe, because it's got a clear window, but it's got the microscope, and it has like all these little things with it. It has slides in here, and like blank slides to make your own, but there's like these little serums and dyes and things. So, and obviously instructions to and then like some empty vials. Anyway, it has like instructions to, you know, teach you how to make your own slides and all of that stuff. And I think she's just the perfect age. We probably could have given it to her a year or two ago, but I'm hoping that she will still enjoy it before she moves on to all of the teen things. But she does love science and things like that, and she was really bummed that Larry couldn't get a part for his. So that's why we had looked for her one last year around Christmas time, and they were just kind of really expensive around Christmas time. We found one, but it seemed very childish, you know, a little kind of below her level. And so when I saw that set, like, I looked at it last year on Amazon and put it in my cart and everything. And so, but it was just too expensive because I was wanting to cut back this year on what I spend just because the family's getting so big. And when that went on sale on Prime Days, we were like, okay, yes, we're getting that. So anyway, I did give that to her. I am giving that to her. And then, which if I had kept it for my classroom, she could still use it. But I think it'll be nice because she can use it when she wants. She is involved in sports and things, and that way she can kind of use it in, you know, her free time. And then for her useful item, I just got her the set of fuzzy socks. The sticker price on here is $23.99. I did get these at Hobby Lobby on New Year's Day last year for 90% off. So that means they were like $2.40. So anyway, but they're perfect for her because she is our sweets lover. I mean, ice cream, donuts, cookies. She loves to bake, and she's about this big around. She is like this skinny little thing. She's getting tall, but she's still this skinny twig, but she loves her sugar. She lives on sugar. So anyway, I think she'll think these are fun. And who doesn't love fuzzy socks to lounge around the house in? So that is her useful. That, and I think those kids always need socks. It's like they have them, but they are never like matched, and I don't know. So I think it'll be nice for her to get a new set of new socks, just kind of start over. So anyway, moving on to, okay, the next one, we're switching families here. So the next one in age is my 14-year-old nephew, and his name is Garrick. And for Garrick, he is in junior high. He's like 7th or 8th grade. I think he's in between Rue and Bowen, so I think he's in 8th grade. Anyway, he loves Pokemon, and I'm not gonna be able to get this out of here. But as of right now, his Pokemon cards are just kind of like stored in a drawer, so in his room. And so I thought it would be nice to get him a carrying case. He does go back and forth between his mom and dad's house. I chose this one because it has a handle, and it has like display windows on the bottom. And inside there are like these little color dividers to sort them. There's all these things. There's a little pull out thing here. Oh, my cat's sneezing. You all right? You okay? Anyway, there's these plastic dividers. I'm not really sure what they're all. I don't even know how you organize Pokemon cards. I don't know anything about these trading cards. It's a snap closure, and inside I'm going to put, it's a good thing I got this open right now, because I just picked up just a single pack of Pokemon cards. I don't know anything about them. I bought these on Amazon. No idea. I'm assuming they're real. I'm assuming I didn't get ripped off, but if he cares, he will know if they're fake, and if he doesn't care, then it won't matter if they're fake. That's the way I look at it. And I know he is getting one real set because my mom got some for him and one of my niece's stockings. So anyway, that will add to his card collection a little bit. So that is his fun thing, which I know that's kind of useful, but as the kids get older, their useful and fun just kind of start to mesh together, because like they start wanting things like clothing and stuff like that. So Anyway, it had a nice box, but this shipped. It shipped in a regular cardboard box. It was packaged very nicely to ship, but when I got it, it was in the box like this. So I'm gonna have to tape that up, and it's kind of aggravating because this was a really nice gift box to wrap it in. So that is his fun, and then his useful. Is this one his? Yeah. His useful, I got a set of 4 of the Dr. Squatch SpongeBob soaps. It came with 2 SpongeBobs and 2 Patricks. Several of my nephews, well, at least 2, so Bowen and Dylan both love SpongeBob, and it's funny because they're like 12 years apart in age, I think. And they both will talk to my daughter about SpongeBob, and they can laugh and laugh about SpongeBob episodes forever. And I think my soon-to-be son-in-law also loves SpongeBob. So what I did was I bought that 4-pack, and I'm giving each of them a soap out of it because these are kind of expensive for soap. So I got a SpongeBob one for, no wait, SpongeBob's not for him. I got a Patrick one for him. Here it is. I had a Patrick soap for Garrick. I'm going to give him a Patrick. And I got at Walmart for the soaps, I found these in the clearance aisle, but they're like little soap bags that you can, they're like exfoliating. So you can put your soap in there and wash and kind of exfoliate, like, you know, girls have sugar scrubs. I thought, well, the guys might like to exfoliate too. So we'll put their little SpongeBob soaps. They can put them in these. And I found these on clearance for $2. They had been $3.96, so they were about half off. So I thought that's a nice little useful item, a soap with a scrubby. So that will be his Patrick soap and scrubby. And then my next, let's see, the next one up in age would be Bowen. He is 15. Yeah, he's 15 because he will get his license on his next birthday. So Bowen is my one that asked for, well, his sister asked for clothes as well, Rue, but she's the 12-year-old. She's the one I got the microscope for, and I had already purchased hers, but she is getting clothing from other people, so I know that she will be happy. Now Bowen, I don't know where the kid, well, his mom is tall, I guess. She's like 5'10", maybe 5'9", 5'9" enough to 5. I think she's 5'10". But him and my daughter both require tall, like, joggers and pants. So we're getting their stuff at American Eagle because they carry the tall sizes, especially in joggers. It's kind of hard to find a tall, I think. So we like American Eagle for that reason. So I just picked him up this pair of joggers. It's really nice. It has like a zipper pocket in the back, which I thought was cool. Just regular pockets in the front. It does have a drawstring, and yeah, they are in the tall length for his skinny tall self. And then also I was just gonna stop with the joggers, but it was going to cost me, between that and whatever else I was getting, I was only like $10 away, like 9 something away from free shipping. So I bought this pair of not joggers, I bought this t-shirt. No, maybe I was 7 something away because I feel like the shirt was only like 10. But anyway, it was going to be either I pay $12 for shipping or I buy this $10 shirt and get free shipping. So why would I not buy the shirt? So I got him this just American Eagle, just a plain basic black tee. And I also was able to get it in the tall length. So, and I've noticed that he doesn't just need pants and talls. I've noticed his t-shirts look so short on him. So I think that will be a nice pairing. And I think just the color of the stitched, eagle, I think it matches pretty well with these pants. So anyway, so he's got an outfit, and then his soap is SpongeBob with the black scrubby. So that way, yeah, so I did it that way because when my oldest nephew is home, then he'll have a SpongeBob, Garrick will have a Patrick, so they won't get them mixed up, and then Bowen has a SpongeBob, and then my son-in-law, you'll see in the stocking video, gets Patrick. So that brings us to my oldest nephew, Dylan. He is 27 years old. He's getting ready to do, to study abroad for a month or two. And anyway, I asked him what he wanted for Christmas. Now, he's my reader, and I do have his birthday gift. I'll show you here in a second. So I was kind of expecting him to send me a book list, but he sent the book list to my mom. I asked him, and I get back an instant reply. I said, you know, what would you like for Christmas? And instantly he says this scarf, and he sends this. I know nothing about this this brand. I don't know. It's Crystal Palace Football Club, so I assume this is like UK soccer football. I don't know. I really don't. All I know is it was in British pounds, and I messaged him back. I'm like, can I actually order from this? And he's like, oh, I order from there all the time. It's perfectly safe. So I had my husband get this. So my husband ordered that, and it came in this nice plastic drawstring bag, clear bag. So I will just give it to him in that. Well, I'll wrap it too, obviously, but that to him for his fun thing. Even though a scarf can be useful, I don't think that one was purchased to be useful. I think it's more decorative or whatever, but you know, fashionable, I don't know. But anyway, that's what he wanted. So, see what I mean? As they get older, like they're fun and useful kind of mesh together. And so then here's his SpongeBob soap, and then his scrubby is more the natural color instead of black. So again, if he's going to use it when he's back at, like, staying down here at his mom's, then it will be distinguished between his stepbrother. Like I said, I mean, he does live away from here, but, you know, he does come home to visit for a week or so at a time, so he'll be there. For his birthday, he is a reader. I bought this. This is a Barnes & Noble exclusive for $35, but he wanted Murder on the Orient Express. I bought this last year. I believe it was either after Christmas or really close to Christmas last year, but I already had my shopping done. But I got a good deal on a lot of these hardbound books. It has the gilded edges. It's just a beautiful book. And I know this was one of the classics on his list of what he wanted. So anyway, I got him that for his birthday. And again, I have my discount, so it was a little less than $35. And one more thing I'm going to show you, since this is a bunch of kids stuff. I do have one small group class of 3 4th grade boys, and so I usually get my small group class just like something $5 or less for Christmas. One year I did little treat bags, and I ended up spending as much as if I had got them one fun thing. So the last couple of years I've just gotten them like a little fidget, like I've got them the Neatos before and things like that. So this year I happened to find these. They're around $5. There was 3 different ones. There's a soccer ball, a basketball, and then like the Harlem Globetrotters basketball. And at least that's the only 3 I found. But they're kind of like a fidget. So if you see on the back, it has like a, you know, part at the top and bottom that you can hold and spin. Or they bounce and you can toss it around with friends. So this will have to be something when I give it to them that it goes directly into their backpack before they go back to their regular class, because I don't want them getting in trouble with it at school, but they could use it like on the playground though. But anyway, I thought they were just kind of fun. It was just something different than I have gotten in the past. So anyway, I hope you got some really good ideas from these things. Like I said, this is my favorite time of year. This is so fun for me. I love Gifting, I'm really not good at it. I have to watch gift guide videos to get these ideas. So I hope I was able to pass some of those ideas on to you. And again, I hope to go shopping again on both December 26th and New Year's like I did last year. So if I get to do that, I will film another shopping haul. So again, hit like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more gift guides. I still have my adult family and friends to show you, and then my very, very, very top favorite, 100% top favorite stocking stuffer video to come. So like and subscribe, and have a Merry Christmas. Bye.